Hey Calera, it's October, which means it's Fire Prevention Month. And what better way to celebrate or bring awareness to that is by doing a segment strictly devoted to our firefighters in our fire department. And as the wife of a firefighter, I definitely have a different perspective on what all you guys do, and I would like to share it with everybody else. Now, Chief Kendrick is here to talk to us. We are at a location that probably most people don't even know is here. Tell us where we are.
We are at the Shelby County Fire Training Facility. It's located in Calera on Highway 70, but this facility belongs to the entire county, and all of the fire departments have a vested interest here, and they all come here to do fire training.
This place is incredible. There is so much that goes on here, and it's really a huge asset that we have right here in Calera. Now, tell us a little bit about the types of trainings that you guys do here.
Okay. This facility allows us to do all of the different types of training that simulates the actual calls that we run. So we're able to do live fire training, and we have two ways that we do that. Behind us you see a big building that contains gas props, so we can build fires that are very safe and they don't create heat or smoke, and we can actually go in and just do some of the more technical aspects of the training. Then over to my right we have some Connex boxes that are they're built to mimic a house or a structure, and we can do live fire training there, so we can get the real intense heat and the smoke conditions that you would experience in a real fire. And it's hard to do that with a gas prop. So we have the ability to do both things here. The gas props offer a lot cleaner way to train, and the live fire offers a more realistic way to train.
So in addition to the live fire trainings that you guys do, you're also doing like technical rescue here as well, right?
That's right. In the fire service, you never know what type of call you're going to experience, so we have to be trained to do everything. And our fire trucks, they're actually just big toolboxes, and they contain all kinds of different equipment, and we're able to come out here and safely practice doing all those different skills. We have confined space training, we have hazardous materials training, and we also have high angle rope rescue training, where we can set up and simulate rescuing someone that's trapped in a high spot, maybe on a power pole or on top of a building. And we have the ability to do that here in a safe, controlled manner.
So you guys are constantly taking classes as firefighters and just really keeping your skills up to date, and then here is where you're doing that practical, hands-on training, right?
That's right. It's all about training. Because when we're called out on an emergency, we don't have time to learn the skill. It's just got to be like clockwork. And so we spend a lot of time here doing all the different disciplines that we're called upon to do. And this facility is also a regional training site for the Alabama Fire College. So we teach a lot of fire training classes here that provide national certifications, and we have firefighters from all over the country and all over the world that come here, and they stay in our city, and they take training here through the Alabama Fire College as well.
I think that's huge. I think another thing I really want you to talk about is how you are able to come from different cities, different departments are coming together here to do mutual aid training, right?
All of the surrounding departments in Calera have mutual aid, automatic aid agreements with each other, and all of the departments in the county have the same thing. So we come here together and we train to make sure that all of our equipment works with each other and make sure that we're all on the same plan when we go handle emergency. So this is a great place for all the departments to come together and work together.
It really is, and I really wanted to introduce this place to you guys because I think it's such a really amazing thing that we have right here in our city that people probably don't even realize. Now, our police officers also use this facility, correct?
That's correct. The City of Calera shooting range is right next door, but they use this facility also to do SWAT training. And I know last week there were police departments here from all over the state that were using the building behind us to do some forced entry training and some special tactics that they do as well. So this facility is not only used by fire departments, but it's also used by law enforcement as well.
Chief, we're in October. It's Fire Prevention Month. We want everyone to be safe. Can you give us some quick tips on being safe when it comes to fire prevention?
Oh, absolutely. I think the couple of things that I like to talk about always are closing the door to your bedroom when you sleep, because that simple act can keep the fire out of your bedroom for a long time. And the saying we use is close the door where you snore. just to make sure that you have that little bit of protection there. And also, probably the most important thing is to have working smoke detectors in your house. And we remind everyone to check and change your batteries every year when you change your clocks. We don't change clocks anymore, but when the time changes,
right.
Check your batteries. So at least twice a year, you know that you have good batteries in your smoke detectors.
Great advice. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do for our city. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
All right, what we've got here is the gear that we have to wear for structural firefighting. You'll start with what we call our bunker pants, and it goes to the coat. Then we wear a Nomex hood. This stuff is a Kevlar Nomex material, which is fire retardant. Notice I said fire retardant. It is not fireproof. What it does is it limits us from getting burned as much as absolutely possible. If you'll turn around, on his back is our breathing apparatus. This is our self-contained breathing apparatus. This is basically compressed air, which gives us air to breathe in an oxygen deficient atmosphere. Again, this is about 30 minutes worth of working time, and that's for somebody who's in really, really good shape. This gear, one of the downfalls of this gear is it doesn't allow our bodies to basically control our temperature, so our core temperature gets really, really hot. So about 20 minutes worth of moderate work in this gear, we have to come out and actually do a rehab station to actually cool our bodies or our core temperatures down. There are some downfalls to this. We lose about 15% functional capacity when we put this stuff on. So that's why we have to maintain a pretty good level of physical fitness when we're doing this, is because of the gear that we weigh. Once we put this gear on, it probably adds 50 to 60 pounds of extra weight to us that we're actually carrying around. All right, what we're going to do, and anytime we have a structural fire, there's a search component, or we call it a search component in every fire that we do. And what we do is we go through the structure and make sure that the structure is actually clear of occupants. Usually we'll have a hose line that goes in and controls the fire. We'll have a crew that does that, and then we'll have this crew here, which is our search crew, which will go in to make sure that the house or the residence is clear. And what these guys are going to do is you see them kneeling down, they're getting their stuff on, they'll go on air, they'll go through the door, and they'll do a right-hand search on the exterior wall. The exterior walls makes a perimeter around the structure and allows you to basically come back out where you started, okay? So what they'll do is they'll go in on the right-hand search pattern, they'll find the victim, and they'll bring it out to folks outside. So that's pretty much where we're at right here. And again, on a real fire, we would have a hose line in place controlling this fire to make sure that these guys are safe and the occupants are safe as well. So there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to structural fire. And I know when we do fire prevention, this is what we always tell the kids. When you see these guys or hear these guys coming in, don't be scared of these guys. If you're still conscious and you can talk, yell out to them so they can hear you. Okay, because this is what they sound like, this is what they look like.
So this is a thermal imaging camera, FLIR, made out of Sweden. And what this does is it actually allows us to see through the smoke. So if you look, the human eye is unable to see through there. So what this does is use infrared vision to actually see. So if you point it in there, you can actually see straight through the smoke. That is what a victim is going to look like through our thermal imaging camera. So this, when we have this, we're unable to see with our own eye. But if we add this into our tool cache, we can actually see. You can see he's actually sitting there waving. Some are colored. This one's just black and white, but it even tells you right here, you know, the temperature. You can go here and you can go to the right, and it's about 63 degrees in there. But if this was an actual fire, you know, it's going to be orange, yellows, reds, and everything. But you can see straight through the smoke with this thing.